Hey, halftime Bears Packers. Started off good. I got my new partner in crime here, Rick Hamby, the winner of the TTNL trivia contest, to host the show with me. Halftime. Rick came out hot, showing some signs, and it's been a little stagnant since, man. There's been some typical Packers bullshit calls, but Justin Fields has to be better. He's missed a couple of some of these rollouts and throwing deep into the end zone. It's going to end up costing him in the long run. I realize he's a rookie, and we're going to have to ride out some of these bumps, but the Bears have had a chance to make some plays, came out strong with the running game, and they seem to be getting away from that a little bit. But what are your thoughts here on the first half?
Yeah, so I mean, you come out, Herbert's just getting chunk play after chunk play, and then after that touchdown, it's basically non-existent. You come out, you're running the rock, you're putting them. They're getting on their heels, and you can't keep doing it. Yeah. You keep going for, and I like the fact that they are stretching the field. If Justin Fields starts to use his brain and kind of, I can't put that on him when it comes to the penalty that should have been called, because Aaron Rodgers does that shit every fucking game.
Yeah, but Kenny Clark was clearly off, and it's just Sam Mustipher continues. I'm sure.
How do you let snap nothing?
I don't know. Yeah, it didn't get an inch off the ground. It's uncalled for. This is professional football, and we have this kid. You want to keep him on. I understand the story is great. A lot of Notre Dame fans are Bears fans. I get it. The story should end at halftime, and they should replace him. I mean, enough is enough.
Yeah, I was excited when I saw that Dieter was actually going to be active, but
yeah,
still, when it comes down to it, that position should be held down by James Daniels. I get that when he first came out, he didn't have that voice. He was a rookie. He was a young kid amongst men, and now he is the man on that line. Cody Whitehair, he step aside because he somewhere along the line he just lost it. I guess all the moving around and everything, he just doesn't have that same edge he came out with. But James Daniels needs to be man in that center position. And
yeah, I agree.
But it'll never happen.
No, we know how that goes. The George is throwing up some plays here. Put this up there real quick. Yeah, talk about this. I think every Bears fan let out a collective gasp here on this play. Going down, he gave himself up, and he took. When I saw his initial reaction when his head bounced off the turf, I was like, "Oh shit!" But
I was like, "Oh, that concussion protocol right away." That I love his athletic ability, but dude, you need to stop. This isn't teams in the Big Ten that half the time you can just get up because you're bigger than all of them and faster than all of them. These guys are big and fast, and they are going to put you in the dirt.
Yep.
But typical Packers game, offsetting because never saw what happened with the hold, but there's always a way for him to find a way to not give that penalty to the Bears, and continues to happen game after game against the Pack.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm just mixing and matching some of our banners here and screwing it up. But yeah, one of the big plays of the game, and I know it fired up a lot of people, and I understand Aaron Rodgers grabbing the face mask and how that whole thing goes. But Mario Edwards he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt anymore, and you're not going to get that call against Aaron Rodgers in. Just with the way that this is constructed now in this league, with quarterbacks, Mario Edwards just has to be smarter. At this point, if I'm the head coach, you have to pull his ass out and hold him accountable. Enough is enough there. The Bears just continue every single week to make these boneheaded plays that just cost them. And it's, here's another boneheaded play that George is putting up for us here that we spoke on, Rick. And this is people didn't get to see it. What is This is
when they showed that replay. I just shook my head. I was like, how?
Yeah, it's. I mean, come on. This is the NFL. You're lucky that you have your two rookies there, Justin Fields and Khalil Herbert, making a heads up play. Both of them trying to get to the ball. Herbert got there first, but man, it's the Bears. The Bears are lucky to only be down, 10-7 right here. And I think this internal clock with Justin Fields, I understand everything's not perfect in front of him, but to me, he just seems like he's rushing everything. He's just, he's like that little hamster on the wheel that's just going fucking crazy and just wants to try to get out of there. He's not making any progress. So we're going to see the flash plays, but we just got to see a little bit more consistency.
Consistent play after play is what we need. Drive the field, get chunks. Those big chunks will come.
Yeah, and this is the team, man. This is the team that you want to be, and this is the team that you can't make these mistakes continually against, because at some point you're going to see the Devontae Adams gash play. You're going to see the A.J. Dillon 38-yard run, and that's what we saw there in the first half. Let me bring in our guy real quick here, George. Add you to the stream if I can, if you don't mind. Give me some.
Yeah, sure thing.
Give me some of your thoughts real quick, George, on what you saw.
It's yet again we can see Nagy's blueprint on several of the plays. We have a first drive which is absolutely tremendous. Bill Lazor obviously scripted it. It's quite clear up until that 4 wide receiver bunch with the tight end in it that it was all Lazor until that point. We go away from that. We have a massive swing off that penalty that should have been called on the offside. 14-point swing right there for me. If the Bears are at 14 zip at that point, how different does the half look?
100%. Yeah, and you ignite you could hear this fan base just waiting to explode. I mean, I've exchanged a couple of text messages with Phil, and he's probably going to be in some bad shape for BHL after the show, because he's almost without a voice right now.
He was without a voice before the game started. I saw some of those videos.
Yeah,
Dan Wiederer gets the douchebag of the day alert for me with the that tweet about Justin Fields' first half stats. I mean, it was predictable because some dickhead was going to do it, and it was done.
Yeah.
But as you can bet, as sure as eggs are eggs.
Yeah. So. Well, I don't know, George. What do we have to look forward to here coming up? We know the Bears. We know halftime adjustments. They do have the ball coming out. This is one change that they have seemingly made with the transition to Justin Fields. If they win the coin toss, the
hope is that they have a scripted second half play. If that was the plan off the if we win the toss, we're going to defer. So we're going to have a scripted second half. Hopefully that gets us 7 points. We get our noses in front. Our defense are hunting. I mean, they're looking pretty good. So,
Quinn and Mac.
I'm encouraged by what we're seeing up front. Well, not just Quinn and Mac. I mean, Roquan Smith's had a hell of a game so far. I mean, both playing the run and pass. He's been playing really well.
That one when he brought him down short. Watching it live, I thought it was actually a little bit closer than it actually was. But man, that was a hell of a play in there by Roquan. But yeah, second half adjustments is going to be what this is all about. I mean, George, do you think that my talk about Justin Fields, it just seems like he's just got to try to settle things? I mean, I know it's going to come with experience and everything's not settled in front of him, but it just seems like he's maybe just a little bit too amped up. He's just got to sit down a little bit.
I think he can smell blood because he thinks that the plays are there and he wants to take it all at once. He just needs to slow it down, let Bill call the plays, run the offense, just take what's there, what they're giving to us, because at the end of the day, that pass to Goodwin against Quarters, fantastic play, towards the second half. We then went into full-on, typical melt mode, which is the only way I can say from there. But at the end of the day, let Lazor call the plays. Matt Nagy pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Just let him take control of the offense. He's an offensive coordinator. Let him do his job, and then maybe we won't have delay of games coming out of official reviews and things like that.
Yeah, it's going to be, like you said, George. It's going to be very telling coming out here from half to see what they have scripted for number one. I'd like to see them get 24 back involved here. use him in the passing game too. You know, get him some dump offs and just get your quarterback a little bit more confidence with some of these easy throws. Get him juiced back up.
Yeah, keep the motions, keep the pre-snap motions going. Keep the heavy tight end sets. Do play action off the back of that. Do stretch zone floods. You know, which is all stuff that helps a quarterback just settle down, take the high-low read. You know, it's a case of just running the offense.
Yep.
But again, Nagy needs to stay the fuck out of it and let Laser run it.
All right, Rick, we're gonna wrap things up here, but you're gonna have the last say. Rick Hamby, the second half coming up. I want to hear what you want to see, and I want your prediction how this 10-7 game is going to end up.
I want to see that ball handed into the gut of 24, play after play after play, and then a play action over the top. It was looking that way, and it's like, this is how we need to play. We don't have the ability to play any other way right now. Do it that way. And that cutback run Khalil had, it's like, get more of that. Get them running one direction and counter back the other. That's what I want. My prediction is I gotta hope. we win somehow, some way. We win. I'll say win by a field goal. Missed field goal, Mason Crosby to tie it at the end of the game.
There's hope, guys.
There you have it. We're going to get out of here so everybody can get ready for the second half. Don't forget, big BHL up as soon as we're done. Live from the South lot with a lot of the guys. I'm not sure how many will be standing upright, especially if we win. But we're going to wrap it up here. Get ready for the second half. 10-7 Packers. Let's hope they turn it around here. All right, guys.
Well done. Let's go.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.